In this episode, we're going to show you how to install an LED light strip so that with the flip of a switch, your lights in the cockpit can look like this.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Maintenance Monday on Sailing Doodles. What we're going to show you today is how to install LED lighting outside in your bimini top. I've gone through several different iterations of it and several different tries, and I'm tired of it failing, so I'm going to show you how to do it right. I'll put links to everything that you actually need down in the show notes to make this happen. There's quite a few things you'll probably have to buy on Amazon, but it's really not all expensive. For less than $100, you can do everything what I'm going to do right now, probably even half of that. All right, so this is the real LED stuff. It's actually waterproof. The other stuff that you see online a lot, it says waterproof, but it's not. That stuff will corrode in salt water, everything. You'll need a couple sets of wire. You don't need near that much. That's just what I have on the boat. This is a 12 volt to 5 volt reducer, because most things like your iPhone and most kind of a smaller, more delicate electronics run on 5 volt, not 12 volt. So 12 volt comes in, 5 volt comes out. This is a waterproof rocker switch for the on off. This is a magic controller. This is what actually controls the LED lighting. It will sync to your smartphone via Bluetooth, and so you can control it right there. It's really cool. And then of course you'll need things like wire crimps and other stuff like that, a drill, some screws, and then of course zip ties. But most of the stuff hopefully you already have on your boat. If you don't, you need all that stuff on your boat anyway. All right, first thing you'll want to do is in order to connect it to your battery, you're going to need a terminal connector like that, and you strip the end off of this, put that on there. I want to have my switch outside in the cockpit so that when we come on the boat from the outside or something like that, it's dark, we can't see, it's easy, we just hit the switch, it comes on, don't have to worry about trying to fumble with the key lock and all that. So I'm going to put the switch outside next to my autopilot switch. It's a little bit sheltered, so I want enough wire to run from my battery over to that switch.
So here I ran the wiring from the battery along other previous wiring bundles and zip tied them together to keep them nice and tight and out of the way, all the way to where I was installing the rocker switch in the cockpit.
All right, I really hate cutting into the fiberglass, but if you want to mount a switch outside, that's, you got to do it. I'm sure there's proper tools for it, but all I'm going to do is I got a drill bit, pretty much the exact same width as the width of this switch right here. This is the rocker switch, the on-off switch. I'll drill 2 holes, one at the top, one at the bottom, exactly the right distance away. Just use a little hacksaw blade and cut out the rest. I'm sure there's tools that are made for that. I don't have them on this boat. You do with what you got.
So here I lined up the rocker switch where I wanted it, and then put a little Sharpie mark on the top and bottom and the sides so I could drill it later.
It's going to be a little bit bigger than that. I'll kind of cut it out later, but that's a good way to start. And remember, before you drill, look back behind there. Make sure you're not drilling into anything. All right, so now I've got the basic hole cut right there. So now I'll just clean up the edges with a little hacksaw. You want to get a rocker switch that has this rubber grommet on the outside and rubber weatherproofing. I'd even get some, some kind of sealant and put it in there behind it. But you want to get it where it just barely fits in there, and there you go. Nice little rocker switch. It's not moving. It's watertight. There you go. Okay guys, so I got the wiring from the battery to here. I haven't connected it yet. I'm actually gonna put an inline fuse over there. But so I'm gonna clip these off. I'm gonna connect them to the rocker switch via, so that's the rocker switch there, via these guys here.
So here I have the wiring run to the rocker switch. Your rocker switch should come with a little wiring diagram that'll show you which terminals to hook it up to. I ran wires over to the 12 volt to 5 volt reducer. 12 volt goes in this side and 5 volt comes out that side. And then from there I ran the 5 volt power to the LED controller, and then hooked up the wiring from the LED strip to the LED controller and ran it out another hole that I cut in the outside. You can see there. Be sure to fill that hole with a little bit of sealant so you don't get any water or bugs coming in. From there, all you have left to do is run the LED strip up the bimini top where you want it, and then zip tie it in place, as you can see Megan is doing here.
So zip ties are great, but if you don't cut them just right, you're gonna end up scratching yourself up all the time. So get a good pair of clippers like these.
Oh, hang on, Nate.
Get a pair of cutters like these and make sure that you cut them flush with the, I don't know, what do you call this part?
I don't even know.
Just cut them flush.
Yeah.
Don't cut yourself.
Are you okay?
I think so. Got me in the eye.
Are you...
I got it. Don't worry.
What do you think, boys? She doing a good job?
So this is what the finished product will look like. The little LED controller comes with an app you can download and control from your smartphone, and you can make it any color you want or make it in patterns like that. It's really neat. When you turn the switch on outside, it goes back to the last pattern you had programmed in it automatically, but you can change it with your smartphone if you want after that. Now you're ready to party in the cockpit. Thank you for watching another episode of Maintenance Monday with the Sailing Doodles. Please click like and subscribe, and consider checking us out on Patreon and becoming a patron. Go to sailingdoodles.com for that. We're doing a drawing of our patrons a week from Thursday to see who can come down and join us on the boat.